Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to share a 10-minute leg workout plan for women that are super simple and you can do it easily at home. The workout consists of 5 different exercises. Each will run for 2 minutes, including 90 seconds on for exercise and 30 seconds off for rest. Let's start with our first exercise, which is jumping lunge. To do this, stand straight with your feet shoulder width apart. Now bend your knees slightly and jump on your right foot forward and left foot backward, and as you do that with both of your knees down, to drop yourself into a lunge such that your right knee is making an angle of 90 degrees while the back knee, which is the left one, is just about to touch the ground. Now as you reach the lowest lunge position, you will jump back again by hopping on both of your feet to the starting point. Now jump gently and bring your left foot forward and right foot backward. And now, similarly, drop down into a lunge such that your front knee, which is now the left one, makes an angle of 90 degrees with the ground, while the back knee, which is the right one, is about to touch the ground. Jump back again to the starting point and repeat the process for the next 30 seconds. Keep on shifting the sides and continue the exercise for 3 sets of 30 seconds, each followed by a 10-second gap after every set. Make sure that you are engaging your core by constricting it tightly. Also, it is a form of aerobic exercise, so you need to breathe in and breathe out properly during the jumps and drops. This exercise targets the whole leg muscles and burns the core like crazy, so it's not only good for the legs but also for the pecs, and it also melts the stubborn fat very well. Studies have proved that performing aerobic lower body exercises like lunges or squats 5 times a week can improve the basal metabolic rate by up to 15%. Isn't it amazing? With that being said, let's move on to another exercise, which is again a form of lunges. Alternating forward to reverse lunges. For this exercise, you need to stand straight with your feet wide apart as your shoulders. Keep your back straight and neutral and your core engaged. Now move 1 step forward. Let's say it's your right foot, and bend the knee at 90 degrees to perform a forward lunge. At this point, your right knee is bent at 90 degrees while your left knee is dropping down to touch the ground. Push back against the floor and stand to return to your starting position. After reaching the starting point, you will take 1 step backward with the same foot, which is your right foot, and you will drop down the knee into a reverse lunge. At this point, your left knee is bent at 90 degrees, while your right knee is behind your left knee and is dropped down to touch the ground. This is 1 rep of alternating forward to reverse lunge. You have got to do this exercise for 15 seconds first, and then you will switch the feet for the next 15 seconds. This goes for your first 30 seconds and your first set. Have a 10-second break and then continue the same process for the second and third sets. Have a 10-second breather after every set. Like the previous one, this exercise also engages the whole leg muscles, specifically quads, glutes and hamstrings. The forward and backward movements also improve coordination and body control. It's a wholesome exercise to support your lower body health, and the best part is you don't need any equipment. Awesome, hey? The next one is side leg raises. Now to perform this exercise, you need to lay down on the floor, resting on your side. Your legs will be out, extended and stacked over each other by joining the ankles, knees and feet. After that, you will lift your upper body by extending your upper arm, making sure that your whole torso is resting on the ground by your forearm. Grab your waist by placing your upper hand fingers over it. At this point, you are lying on your one side and your lower leg and forearm are in contact with the floor while the rest of your body is suspended or stacked over each other. This is the starting point of the exercise. Now lift your stacked leg upward towards the ceiling in a controlled and slow movement, making sure that your leg is erect and neutral and you are not bending your knee. Make sure that your glutes and quads feel the exertion and that your lower back is completely neutral and straight. Once you are reached the maximum possible point, hold the position there for at least 3 to 4 seconds and then drop back to the starting point in a controlled movement again. Perform this exercise for 15 seconds on one side and then switch sides for the next 15 seconds. The first set will end after 30 seconds and you can have 10 seconds off after that. Once you are done with that, you will complete the rest of the 2 sets, each of 30 seconds followed by a 10-second break. As this exercise is a potential form of cardio, so take good deep breaths while doing it. This particular exercise is very effective for inner leg muscles, glutes, quads and obliques. It also increases the core and makes the back stable. You can intensify this exercise by wearing a stretch band on your lower legs. The next exercise is Glute Bridge. This is the second last exercise that we are going to do today. So to perform that, you need to lay down on the ground with your back touching it and your face towards the ceiling. Now bend your knees such that your feet are placed flat on the ground. Keep your arms straight on the ground at your side with your palms touching the ground downward. Have a proper grip. Now lift your hips off the ground such that your knees, shoulders and hips are in the same diagonal plane. Squeeze your glutes and core muscles so that you can feel the exertion properly. At this point, the whole lower back, middle back and legs are suspended in the air while you are resting against the ground with your upper back, neck and head on the ground and your arms and feet as well. This is the standard position of a glute bridge, and once you attain that, you have to hold it for a couple of seconds and then drop your lower back and butt towards the ground and then lift it off again. This is the movement and you need to continue it for 2 minutes. No rest and no stop in this exercise. If you feel tired, you can hold the glute bridge for a longer amount of time, maybe for 10 to 12 seconds to have a rest. To increase the difficulty level, you can lift one foot by straightening your leg such that your toes also enter the same diagonal plane as your shoulders, hips and knees are already in. Another way of making this exercise a bit harder is to add weight. You can place a barbell plate over your waist as you lift the hips off the ground and drop them back. This will increase the intensity of the core and glutes. Finally, let's do some squat jumps to end our session on a high note. To start this exercise, stand straight with your feet wider than your shoulders and your back neutral and straight. Now perform a squat normally while ensuring that your knees don't cross the toes. As you descend and reach the lowest position, instead of coming up normally, you need to jump by pushing against the floor, allowing the feet to lift off the ground in the air, out and upward. At the same time, as you go up, you need to allow your hands to drop down and behind your body at your hip level. Land on the floor and return to the starting squatted position again. At this point, you will tuck your hands at your chest level by interlacing your fingers in each other. That's your first squat jump. You need to carry on the drill for 30 seconds, and that will go for your first set. After that, you will do 2 more sets to complete the count of 3. Make sure to have a 10-second breather after every set. This is a very simple exercise, but a high-intensity form of cardio workout as well. It engages the whole leg muscles and burns the fat and breaks cholesterol very efficiently. And that's the workout complete. Well done. So how was the session? Did you find this video helpful? Do share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe and we'll catch you in the next one.